This is like serious stuff, okay? Like, board gaming is like my hobby. Take me seriously.
It's not exciting to open a box and just see like there's something. Okay, so this is Catacombs. Look at all the pretty pieces. And we were really excited to play this, and it's very heavy. It was a heavy box, which made us even more excited. And then it looks so pretty, which is a lot better than the last version of this game, which wasn't so pretty at all. So we wanted to do something we haven't really seen before, which is a pre-video where we say what we think a game is going to be like before we play it. Because a lot of times our minds change halfway through a game. So, let's see. Who wants to go first?
It looks like a lot of fun because there's the dexterity action of the components that I've never played with before. And then the different rooms that we have to go into, I think is going to be challenging. Yeah, the components look so pretty. Oh my goodness. I'm hoping it's an 8.
Okay.
I'm hoping because it got such good reviews and it looked really good.
Yeah, I like it already because of this mechanic here, if you want to look at the board. So like my thief person, I have to hit the enemies like, like that. So I kill that guy, probably. Yeah.
Well, it depends on what his hit points are.
Well, he's in the shadow realm now, so I don't know about that.
Okay, cool. So, what do you think you'll rate it out of 10?
I think it's already like a 9 for me because of that whole thing. Because it's like a whole childhood game when you're flicking coins and caps and stuff on the table.
Yeah.
But it's not just like flicking coins and caps in. You have like
Which is
HP. No, but you have like HP and stuff, which is what I'm used to in video games and spells and all those cool things.
So we have a whole flicking deck here besides the actual flicking mechanics.
Well, that's just poison. That's a bad deck to have.
That's the worst deck to have.
I had to pick between getting Catacombs and getting Flick 'em Up. And I picked Catacombs because Catacombs has more than just the flicking part, so that there's a lot more game in here. And I read through the rules and they delivered on having a lot more game in here. Just as we looked inside the rule book, they wouldn't have seen this. But like this is a deep world. There's a huge map to describe where you're at. And you know, as you move through room to room, you have different boards. And the different boards are the different rooms that you're in. And that's just really good. And that already, just in terms of components, as Aaron said, I would give it a 9. I enjoyed putting all of the stickers, and they're double-sided, some of them, and the illustrations are just so nice. I'm excited to flick. I used to play shilling football where we took coins and we used to spin them and try to get them through our goalposts, and that was a big game for me. So the idea of like returning back to those high school and primary school games in this, but with a little bit more oomph and a little bit more rules, is exciting. I think I'm going to give this an 8 out of 10. I do think that there's some room for play elimination, even though you could resurrect them. There could be some downtime. It could be too long. I'm afraid that it might be too long. Also, flicking games are really silly, light-hearted games, and I'm afraid that all of these rules might overwhelm those and not match the mechanic of flicking. So we'll check it out and we'll see. I think I'm gonna like it. I really like that there is a border that you can build so that you don't lose your stuff, and I like that there's a board for you to flick on, because when
I'm in shadow realm.
when I was looking at Flick 'em Up, it didn't come with a board, and I was like, whoa, I have to get tables that specifically meet the needs of this game. So I'm excited about that, and I think 8 out of 10, and we're gonna hit it. Did you just upgrade yours to a 10? So this is Catacombs. Okay, so we finished the Catacombs. As we were playing, we actually got 2 adventurers to join our party. I died. I wasn't here to see it, but that's cool. What are your ratings now? What's your rating, Aaron?
I think it's a solid 8, probably a 9. Like in, we had a little bit of certain people here overthinking the game a little bit when it's just meant to be a little fun.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So still an 8, an 8
But
and
it
8.
has space for strategy, which is kind of cool. So if you kind of like a little bit of strategy, if you want to min-max your damage and that kind of stuff, it has that in it as well.
Sarah,
I will give it a 7, only because the Overlord did not seem to be having too much fun while waiting. And that is not a factor because the Overlord is a player.
That's not the game's fault.
No, yes. I agree with you. The Overlord is a player. You need to make him happy too.
As a 2-player, well, with us, it was going well. But then as we added more people,
I just
it
couldn't.
I
just couldn't.
It became extended.
I just couldn't.
I wasn't having fun games, so I can't.
Yeah.
So you will say it's from a 9 to a 7?
No, an 8.
8 to a 7. What do you think of the game, Owen?
Wasn't here for the fun game.
What do you think of it?
For the 2 rounds that I played,
The 3 rounds, but yeah, go ahead.
I don't know, maybe a 7.
A 7. What did you think? What stood out about it to you?
The similarity to pitch.
Marble
I
pitch.
will definitely be playing it again, and I think I would.
It's a Sunday morning game.
I will be giving it a higher ranking.
Never heard of a
What do you
Sunday
think?
morning. Probably a 7 or a 6.5. I was here for 1 round, so I don't fully understand the whole magics and stuff. It was fun. I believe it's a very fun game. It's just you have no control over physics or anything like that. It's all about the
You have no
flickeriness.
control.
It's all on the flickeriness. And that's something where you can't control the game. So there's a lot of. You can't if you're bad at pitching.
It's more control than a dice roll.
I think it is actually only control because you have to develop a skill to move it, and until you have the skill, you will not necessarily be able to
Yeah, but
accomplish.
it's not
9% of the games we play.
Oh, okay.
It's more control than 95% of the games.
Yeah, I think so, but
But if you can't control your flick, then
yeah. I agree with you. It's hard if you don't have the
It's a good
skill.
thing because it's a skill that you can actually master. You
well,
can master
after a
dice
couple of
roll.
games, after a couple of games,
Well, it's about goal to
You're in
reach.
the beginning of the game.
Well,
So you have rounds to get there.
Yeah.
Or
So
we did
I was the overlord and handle this one.
we reach out.
Oh, handle this one.
No.
So yeah, I was the overlord, and my prediction about the mixing of a casual mechanic of flicking and intense strategy. It wasn't intense strategy, but there was still a lot of tactics involved, a lot of thinking, what am I going to do right now? What are we going to do? Because it was tactical, it meant that after every flick, the heroes needed to discuss what to do next. The lack of turn order, turn order limitation meant that they had even more things to strategize about, which was good, but it just was more things for them to think about. I thought my turn took years to reach. I have a solve for this. Next time I play this, I would have one hero play, and then the overlord plays one
Yeah, I could be okay with
plays
that.
one
Yeah.
minion, and then another person play, and then you play another minion, or you even it out. So you play two people play things, and I play 2 minions like that, and that way you'll kind of have more. First of all, it'll be more realistic because my guy's not just gonna stand around while other people moving around. I know it's real time simulation, but still, I think that could solve the overlord's experience of it. I do think that the problem with the strategizing is that if you're strategizing before you've developed the skill of flicking, what you said you want to accomplish is not necessarily what you're going to accomplish. So what happens, and has happened a couple times, is 5 minutes to 10 to 15 minutes spent on a move that failed. And it could feel frustrating. And it's not the game's fault. The frustration is an important element of it because that means you're going to want to develop the skill more. But I'm going to go down from an 8 to a 7 because I really felt like it wasn't fun for some situations for me. Y'all got to connect to your characters. My character didn't come out until the end, so I was just flicking minions. And that kind of got boring because I have no emotional connection with them at all. Where you all developed a sort of relationship and playstyle based on what your hero did and what items you got and stuff like that. So it's definitely something where the dungeon master or overlord is going to have to have more patience. So that might be a limitation of mine, and I know dexterity games are supposed to increase your skills, so maybe that will be a skill that I will increase from this game, but I definitely think that there are house rules that can be put in. I did not feel fairly treated by the game with the rule of people could flick off of the board. To me, if it is going to be a dexterity game, you need more limitations. You need to tell people, carefully do this. Just like in pool, you made pool, 8-ball pool, a really good game because you had to not hit another person ball first. You had to not get the 8-ball in. And those things that you had to focus on not doing were almost more important than the things you had to do in terms of emotion. And this game didn't have that. So we could include it. It's an easy fix, but I definitely go down from an 8 to a 7.